Hey Flush Tube, it's Kerry and Stitches. It's Friday the 17th of February and I'm back. This is Flush Tube 140. Hello and welcome. Welcome if you are a new viewer. It's lovely to have you here, and welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Last week, crazy. It's been a busy 3 weeks. It's been kind of like this weekend. Somebody said, what are you doing this weekend? Nothing. You know, when you take joy in doing nothing. Well, I mean, I'll be stitching and stuff, but you know, it's that kind of thing. Whew. Yeah, busy. Family birthdays, appointments. Yeah, busy. Just busy doing. Yeah, just busy. Scene visits for work. That was a long day. It was a 14-hour day. Going up north. So, yeah, lots to show you. It took me a bit while to put all things together. I was like, what have I stitched on? I'm not sure. Lots of things. Got haul, got finishes, got whips, no FFOs. So we're going to crack on. I'm going to make this a speedy one because, you know, so much going on. Market's coming soon. How exciting. What's that, about 3 weeks? 3 weeks? What, 2 weeks? Yeah. What have you got your eye on? I love the heart in hand stuff. I mean, heart in hand, take my money. I've pre-ordered floral etchings and what's it called? The Tiny Town. Honey of a Tiny Town. Love those too. I like the Float Like a Butterfly, Sting Like a Bee. So Float and Sting which is the collab between Plum Street Samplers and Heartstring Samplery. So loving those two as well. They might make the list. I don't know yet. I'm doing my usual. I'm trying, you know, none of the exclusives have kind of grabbed me at the moment. I'm kind of umming and ahhing on a few. So I'm happy at the moment with what I've pre-ordered. So, right. Let's fly through some whips. A couple of these are sort of, there's some new starts in here and all sorts. So let's go. So, Nevermore, Lizzie Kate. This is stitched on a scrap of 14 count Aida that I don't want to say tie-dyed, but basically when we were tie-dyeing I went splodgy onto some scraps of fabric, and that's where I'm at with that. So nearly finished. Just basically got the border in a couple of doodads to do on it. So stitched quite a bit of that on when we were travelling to the scene visits, and I'm stitching that with Raven, which is my go-to black for birds, because Raven, I mean, it's even still got the needle stuck in the back. Here goes that. Okay, what's up next? We have got You're Okay by Bendy Stitchy. This is on an 18 count Burnt Umber by Sparklies. I've done quite a lot of this the last time we saw, actually. I think I had basically the green. So loving the bird. This is my own conversion. It's close-ish. There's I think might be a couple of the called for in there, but I like it. I'm happy. I'm good. Pixels That Made Us. Have I got a full? I thought I had a full picture in here. No, I've got the G. That's no good to finish that. You can see that in the... Oh, there we go. So this is Pixels That Made Us. Which is by PIX Stitch, and it was a charity stitch for Child's Play, which is a hospital gaming projecty thing. Uh, 20 count charcoal aida. Oh, big progress on the A. I think the last time we saw it, I just finished the G. So massive progress on the A. And that'll be a piece that I focus on this weekend too. So here's how that's coming out. I must admit that stitched up so quickly, just having 3 colours like whoom, up through. It only took me a couple of days to do that. That's about 1,000 stitches there, so not bad going at all. And that's just in the call for DMCs. Next up we have, oh, Santa Quill. Oh, I haven't got a cover picture of it. Let me make a note. So Santa Quill by Long Dog Sampler, and this is on 32 count Corn Meadow Blue by Colour and Cotton, which I don't think you can get, but it's a really pretty blue. So we got hairs, we got windows in the house. It's looking good. Pleased with that. Put some of the stars in. I think I did the snowflakes as well. Oh, you can see them now, snowflakes. And so that was a whip go for February, and that's my whip go goal completed on it. So that's really good going. Happy to have a whip go done. And I'm stitching this with the sulky. I'm stitching it with the black and the off-white, which is, oh, I can't find the number, 1071, and the red was a 12. Awesome. Last of my whips, Awesome Towne by Autumn Lane Stitchery. There we go. And this is the piece I've divided into 12 to try and keep it moving along. And I'm kind of Sharon and I are kind of working on it together. And this is on an 18 count Aida from Lakeside Needlecraft. That's actually fairly true. It's one of the first times I've actually seen it. There we go. So there we go. I've actually hit my whip go goal on this. So I put a lot more sky in. I'm not sure if you saw that last time. That tree's new, that tree's new. I had a tiny bit of the tree in. So I've kind of almost finished by part 2. I just need to do the bit of sky. Oh, where is it? The bit of sky here, I think it is. No, bit of sky here. And fill in the roof, and then that will be part 2 essentially done. I'm also well away, but I'm not worried if I don't get to it because I have done my whip go goal on it, which was 5 days. So not overly worried if I don't get to it, because I feel like I've stitched enough into next month. So we had a couple of appointments, so I sat and knocked out a load of blue there, so because it was just easy and quick. So next month will be really quick. Anyway, oh, and I also picked up some of these little bobbiny things that you can wind your threads around, and actually, even though stitching in hand, they are so light. I know some people have them with magnets on to kind of keep them on, which I think is probably ideal if you're using it to snap or something, but I'm not, so it's okay. And I'm stitching it with mix of the called for. So called for DMC, called for weeks, and then I've swapped in the Gloriana. I swapped in. So, oh, and I need another skein of that DMC. The red is 115. Oh no, maybe that isn't a full skein. I went and bought another one this week just in case, and when I picked up, I spent my voucher from my sister-in-law on DMC from Hobbycraft. Expensive, yes, but there wasn't anything else I really wanted, so you know, might as well spend it there. So that's the whips. Finishes, got some of those. So I showed you last week the design from Heather, link is my Umber. She's doing a few little stamps, and that's one, and this is on an 18 count red something or other from somewhere. It's probably his Zweigart, I think I got it in a pack from Willow Fabrics, and I used white, and which is probably B52, and 6 strand sweets in cherry pie, which is kind of, these are my go-to Valentine's colours, and I've also got a pale grey which I've been using, so it's all kind of in that colour palette. And then Heather designed another one, which was a star, night sky, I think it's called. I don't know. I did have the chart around night sky, and then that's that. So this one actually on a 14 count Aida and done, and I threw some beads in because I wasn't doing French knots because French knots. And I have missed out one colour. I didn't realise I'd used the wrong colour, so I just carried on. It's what Heather would have wanted. I had a start and a finish on Mill Hill Holiday Chalet. This was one I had in my advent from Sharon. I haven't FFO'd it or anything, not that they take long, so there we go. And this is solid beading, and I loved it. Love doing that. So I loved doing that one. An Erica Michaels freebie. This is put the chart on my tripod. Erica Michaels from her Facebook group. And then I didn't do the big stitch chart, I did a button, because me. There we go. And again, that's in my Valentine. This is on 18 count tea coffee dyed. And I did using, 50, where's it going? 815 blank and, or possibly B52. Oh no, it's not, it's ecru actually, that one, that's ecru. And then it's just 6 strand sweets. And then my final finish, which is 99% done. This is the chart in here. Blackbird Sampler by by Heart in Hand. No, I can't get it out, doesn't matter. It's basically that one. And then, so there we are. This is on a scrap of something, I don't know what it is. And there should be another stitched Blackbird there, but I bought the button. I've got a button. I have a button. It's in this pile here somewhere. So it's so I can kind of match it to the sunflower one, which I think is here. So I did them in the same colours, apart from the red. So they're kind of going to go as a pair. And I've got the button to sew on, and it came a couple of yesterday, day before, so I need to sew those on. I've got a lot of FFOing to do. So there we go. So that is all my whips and my finishes. I'm pleased with that. I think that's quite a good 3 weeks worth of work. So what have I been up to? Haul wise, we have. So Lot and I went shopping a couple of weeks ago. We bought frames. Well, sorry, let me do. Frames. So Temperature Library's going in that one. Temperature Towne, rather. I've got these to do the... That'll go in one of them. And then I'm going to redo... I've got 2 other sets of the Heart in Hand mini samplers. One's the numbers, one's the letters. Well, it's a house, I think. It's got tiny red house, tiny brown house. Something like that. So, going in there. Oh, I don't think I ordered a frame for tiny brown house. Tiny bit of the house. I have to do that. I bought this one. There was clearly a reason. I don't know what it is. Or maybe I was like, these are Asda frames. These are really, really good. So a couple of them are Asda. So I like Asda frames are good. If you're in the UK and have an Asda near you. So I picked up, I haven't even opened these, picked up a couple of frames for, so that's my Black Work Lady. That's the one they misted the size and they've redone. It's just a plain black frame. And then I've got, I don't even remember what I ordered. I did pick these up last week, earlier in the week. Oh, there we go. So, black bevel, same as those 2 there. And then the little gold one, and this is for Tudor Bee. So I do need to order one more frame. I thought I had them all. Pop it on Monday. There we go. So that's my frame haul. So if I swap that over, and then I go, oh, there's the stamp from Heather. You can get all the stamps from Heather, or both of the stamps, on her link tree in her Instagram. Okay, Hauly Haul haul. My Sparklies fabric came in. So this is Moonlighting and Winter Skies. They're fairly true. I think a bit more purpley blue, a bit brighter. But then good colours. I'm happy with those. My Sparklies has gone to bi-monthly, and I've gone back to 36 count, and I've said anything, so I've got so much blue fabric at the moment. And I've started Crafty Kate's, I think it's Crafty Kate, PIX Stitch, I don't know, Crafty Kate's Fabric and Hunt Club, and I'm having one piece of 18 count Ada every month. And she previews the colours and stuff, so we'll see. That's a new one, so we'll see what that goes. I had some Daily 30 boutique wins, and I had 2 pieces of fabric. I've got a 25 count and a 28 count. One's Mellow Picture This Plus, and no, that doesn't show up anywhere near like it is. And I've got a Bone Lugana, and I had, yeah, because like I need more Christmas charts. Button up one. I organised all my charts a couple of weeks ago. When Lottie and I got back from our shopping expedition, I decided it was the time. Hubs had gone to see friends, and I decided, yeah, why not get every single chart out I own and dump them all on the living room floor. Paper Chase is closing down. Sad face, sad face. So I managed, in their closing down sale, I got a concertina magazine file and then sorted everything out. So I was quite pleased with what I did. So my Christmas chart stack was huge. So that's that done. Picked up a bit of Easter decor. Found the scissors under my mum's dresser that she bought me for Christmas. I thought they were under our sofa, and I couldn't find them. I was like, and then I vacuumed for her the other day, and was like, oh, I literally saw them like kind of that sticking out the edge. And I was like, what's that? Pulled it out. Oh, they're the scissors I lost. So those Paper Chase closing down sales and Poms. And then my 123 Stitch order. Oh, so I had loads of I bought some about 18 skeins of DNC, something like that. Got some more bobbins because, you know, exciting. And there's parking bobbins as well. A sled because Patchwork Rabbit's out at the moment, and I want to do a couple of sled ornaments this year. So I should quite like to do quite a lot of sled ornaments. So cute, so cute. So I think it might be a case of I order probably a couple of times a year from 123. Every time throwing a sled. And then I got my Blackbird button. Tiny Rook, that's what it is. So let's put those back in there so I don't lose the buttons. So that is my haul. So we also have a cross stitcher. So cross stitcher magazine. This is issue 394. And then cover kit was this card kit. So I've got a picture of the card kit. I wasn't overly enamoured. There were some nice things, but nothing I think I would stitch. So contents. What's new in the world apparently we're doing? It's all about rabbits. Apparently that's trend spotting. Stitch with Julian is online, isn't real, so fine. Got the usual Willow Fabrics offers. That's the house. That's Belfast. I actually really like that house. Probably because it's just lots of colour shutters. Okay, Language of Flowers. I think they've done that kind of thing before. But I mean, if you liked just one particular flower, it'd be quite a good one just to pick out a flower. They don't overlap or anything. And that is by Susan Bates. We've got some Easter cards. I think they're all basically just stitched in white on that, on the That fab, yeah, B5200. We've got a cosy kitchen. That's by Faye Walsh. I do quite like these little bunnies. You make them into a 3D. And they're actually by Cheryl McKinnon for Tiny Modernist. And if I do, it's a bit of a better picture of them. Look. How cute. They're not a huge amount of stitching actually. This is like in a CC style product. I really wasn't taken with this one. So you stitch the quilt basically and then just back stitch the people, or the person and the cat. That's Maria Diaz. This is nice. This is Doreen Jones one. And what does it say? In high tide or low tide, I'll be by your side. So that's really nice. Yeah, it's got beads, two different colour beads on it as well. Quite a few colours, but it's really pretty. Carousel Horses Alphabet. Been there, done that. I know that they have done that one before. Let's sow the seeds. So a little band to go around a trough. That's actually really quite cute. Kind of reminds me of one of like the strings or rows from. That's Maria Diaz again. Interview with Teresa Lawson. We've got some bird paper clips. Like the little wren. Maria Diaz again. Got the second part of the sewing room. Ooh, part one was in the last one. So this is basically the sewing machine, table and the big quilt. We've got challenge, the stitching challenge, which is little stitching tins or ring tins. And then so the stitch along finishes. The new one's out next month. So that is the full of what the last year's one was. Apparently they're revealing a new one next time. And then we've got Coronation Street Sampler, Coronation Street Party Sampler, and then Summer Sampler. Yeah, and Ship in a Bottle. That's all coming next month. So there we go. That's issue 394 April. Right. Things I promised to send people in the post. So nobody wanted either of these. So that was the angel or the calendar. That's fine. No harm, no foul. But two people wanted the snowman, and I did the random comment pick a drawer thing, and Danny's stitching nook one. So Danny, can you, my email's in the drop down, if you just send me an email and I'll get that in the post to you. Let me pop the post-it on top of it. There we go. Yeah, if you did miss out and wanted the angel, just or the calendar, just pop a comment in and I'm so happy to send those to me. And this week we've got the Chalk Fall Harvest from Hands On Design. So I don't know, yeah, just if you want this, put harvest in your comments and I will send it anywhere. Be over 18, don't mention giveaway, and be a subscriber. So them that are the rules. So this was a very, very quick flow through kind of one today, which is fine. So I hope you have a great stitchy week. Tell me what you're looking at for market. I'm excited to see what people want. Maybe there'll be something that you say and I'm like, ooh, I didn't know, missed that one. Yeah, so until I see you in a couple of weeks' time, take care, friends, and happy stitching. Bye-bye.